Hi, this is Crystal, and I am off to Shambhala here on YouTube. And today I am going to show you well, I don't know if this would be considered a haul video, but I guess it would be a haul. Um, I know some people who they just bought a commercial building, and they had an empty unit in the commercial building, and they were sort of allowing one of their employees' wives to come in and set up like some kind of a resale shop in the empty unit, and they were gonna bring their own and they brought like a bunch of their stuff in for her to get going with. And I guess it's been 4 or 5 months now, and she really hasn't hardly done anything. Obviously she doesn't know what she's doing, because I just spent like an hour and a half on Craigslist just posting ads for just a few things, like 10 things in the whole place, and I've already got 3 messages, and one person is like ready to show up as soon as I'm there for one thing. Excuse me. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just really excited because I was like, well, let's go see what they have, because a lot of times, people think their stuff is like amazing, and it's not. And it's just so funny because, the guy they were all like thinking that this thing that we're looking at right now, it's a buffet. I don't know if it's Victorian. I don't know what you would call it. I would think it's Victorian. And it is a neat piece. And maybe if it was in pristine condition and we were living in Connecticut, we might be able to get top dollar for it. But we're living in Phoenix, and from all the other furniture consigners and people I've talked to, it's like, well, there's just not a big market for these here in Phoenix, especially if it's not in good condition. And apparently he paid a lot of money for this thing like 20 years ago. And I don't even want to say how much he paid. I need to get with him and reconfirm that I heard him correctly. But yeah, I think he thinks he's gonna get like $1,000 for this, and I'm just not feeling it. If anybody out there thinks I can get $1,000 for this buffet, please let me know, and I will believe. I did put it on Craigslist for $700. What the heck, So anyways, but it's just so funny because he just was thinking that this was like the creme de la creme of all of his stuff, but it is totally not. And I mean, I guess if you could get $1,000 for it, then yeah. But he's just got all this other great stuff that I think will be really quick selling. There's these cups up here that it's not huge money, but I might be able to get 15 or 20 bucks for those. These are Pier 1 plates. I'm not real sure if those are going to go or not, but there's somebody trying to sell the same set. Well, it's not a set, but they're trying to sell some pieces for kind of a high dollar, and Pier 1 does go well, but people don't necessarily buy this old 80s style. There's an abalone shell here, which I'm thinking I'm going to keep because I love abalone shells. So score for me. But yeah, and then there's all these kitchen things I haven't really looked at. Okay, let's go to the next picture. I think we've looked at that long enough. Oh, this is the thing the guy is dying to come and pick up on Friday when I am back at this place, the store. And I had no idea what to price this at. It doesn't have any bindings, but it looks new, and a lot of these are going for like 100, 150 with bindings, or maybe 100, 150 without bindings if they're brand new. But I didn't know if it was new, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna put it up, and I put it up for like $70 or something like that on Craigslist, and some guy's like, I want it. So I'm wondering if it's worth more than that or if there's something special about it. I really didn't do my research, and I was like, I almost didn't post it, and now I'm wondering. But whatever, if I can still get that 70 bucks for it, great. Okay, and there's another picture of it. Oh, there's those cups. Yeah, these sell that brand. Um, I don't. Oh, that's the Pier 1 plate. I need to look into those plates a little more. Um, this bread machine, if I don't part it out, one just recently sold for like 40 bucks. So I don't know if I want to try to part it out. I think I might just want to move that one. Because I frankly have not had good luck with parts. Like, I find that I'll sell 2 parts and then nothing else sells. And everybody's like, oh, you can part it out and get 80 bucks for the whole thing. And in some things, yes, you can. Like my Montel Williams um, emulsifier. I sold every single part to that. And I made like 100 bucks. But I've had lots of other stuff that just does not part out. So I might just see if I can get like a good 40 bucks for that. Plus, I've heard that bread pan parts aren't as popular as they used to be. They don't sell as well. So we'll see. Oh, and then this, oh my gosh, whenever I see this name, I do a happy dance. Teak. This must have been like super high end, or it is super high end, because this stuff goes for big money. And then if you find one that's a DVD recorder, oh my god. Even if you don't think it's working, I bet you could sell it for parts or something. They're just really expensive. And these are going for like $200 new on eBay, and then like 260. I'm sorry, don't quote me on that. But more on Amazon, which shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. And unless you just don't know about Amazon, the difference between Amazon and eBay. And there's pluses and minuses of that. And sometimes in the end, you might actually make more money on eBay. So you really got to weigh the situation. But yeah, I think I might be able to get 120 bucks for this if it works. Maybe 130 even on Amazon. I'm going to go for Amazon. See what happens. And then there's also a teak, what is that, compact disc. And I think that's at least 100 bucks too. And then an Ethernet thing, it might be brand new, so I might be able to get 25, 30 bucks for that. If it's new, maybe 20, 18, 20 if it's not new. And I did not open this Bose box, but I saw it. I'm like, whatever that is, I'm sure it's going to be great. I'll find out later. And then there's a pile of books, and there's a bunch of coffee table books, and you know, the nonfiction books and little kids books. I'm like, oh, hallelujah. No fiction. Or if there is fiction, there's only 1 or 2. They all look like they all had potential. So I really didn't go through them too much. I just thought, well, I'm going to go check out that Norman Rockwell one and see what that comes up as. And then, okay, this is cool. I was real excited when I saw this too, because I know educational stuff does well, and I've sold it before just because I had it and I know that it's sold. And then I got confirmation from some other sellers. Who is it? Entrepreneurial Mom? No, what is Entrepreneurial Girl? Entrepreneur Girl was like, she loves to sell the educational stuff. And then there's another one of the gals from the reseller meet and greet. I can't remember her name, but she does a lot of educational stuff too. And they're both like, yep, educational stuff's good. So I saw this. I'm like, okay, this has got to be good. And yes, it is. 50, 60 bucks. They got this whole set. There's a bunch of these little books. They even have the Leap pad to go with it. I just couldn't be more excited about that. And oh, here's some store fixtures. This is what I had to put on Craigslist. I just put this store fixture thing up for, it's a clothing rack, as you can see. State the obvious, why don't you? I just put this up for 80 bucks. I might be able to get 150, but I don't know. I was in retail, and these things, they're just not quick movers. Usually, if you want to get top dollar. There's not the demand that there once was for those. But I don't know. Things could be different now. I don't know. But I really want, he said he got these for free. So I figure he'll be happy to get 60% of $80. Because we need to move those. Because I've only got a couple months to get all this stuff moved out of here. And then the rest of the stuff I'm taking to my house. I'm like, I want to get rid of all the big stuff. And the rest of the stuff, if whatever it doesn't sell, I'm going to take it to my house and we'll give it another 6 months to sell. You know, because some of this stuff might sell and we're going to try to get top dollar. And then he had these hockey sticks. He said they're like $150 a pop. And that people will probably buy them for $25 each. And you just, I guess they looked all raggedy to me. I thought, oh my God, really? $25 for these? But I guess they're pretty good. I don't know. I don't know anything about hockey sticks, but that's just what he said, so I'm going with it. And apparently there's a hockey rink right down the street. So he said we'll probably get some traffic on those. I hope so. Here's another store fixture. And there's two of these. In that other store fixture with that you hang clothes on, there was two of those. And then there's two of these. Which is nice because I'm going to put some stuff in there. And then again, I want $80 for this. And again, I might be able to get $200 for this. But I want to move this stuff out. I might raise the price on this until the end, but you know what? These things are big and heavy, and I would rather just get the money and get them out. And they're kind of raggedy. At least those particular cases are kind of raggedy. They are neat looking, though. If I had a store, I would like to have those, and I'd like fix them up and paint them aqua or something. Oh, I'm skipping over. So then, where did I go? I was trying to get through those hockey sticks. These, cha-ching, if you ever come across bows and arrows and arrows and bows, just pick them up. Especially if you think it's probably a good deal. I picked up some bows for $5 a piece at a garage sale, and I sold them for $20 a pop. They were like kids ones, and I might have been able to get like $25 for them, but they actually only sold for like $40 or $50 new. So, but they sold right away, and I had a lot of watchers on them, and my son does a little bit of archery, so I kind of know a little bit about it, but not much. So I opened this up. I'm like, are these vintage? He's like, yeah, I think they're from the 60s or 70s. Not really sure. Never been used. And these are hunting arrows here, and these are called field arrows, I'm assuming. Yeah, and there was some similar ones, not this brand. I couldn't find anything like this with this brand selling on eBay anyways. But something kind of similar to this sold for $90 on eBay. So that's what I put these up as. And I got a message already. Some guy's interested and wants to see all the arrows. There's more arrows. And there's more bows. This is the bow I put up on Craigslist. I think I put it up for $70. And this is the one that I got the question on from Craigslist, and the guy's like, I want to see what else you have. I don't know anything about it. And then there was this bread box, and I thought it was going to be cooler because I didn't really look at it while I was in the store, and then I zoomed in on the picture and I'm like, oh, it's all trashed. So I put it up for $5 on Craigslist. One never knows. And then this Magic Chef wine cooler, I was really bummed when he said it didn't work. I'm like, oh man, we could have got some good money for that. Probably. I don't know. It's really nice looking. So I just put it up for $15. Good for parts. Let's get it out of there. And then there's these strollers, which this is a twin stroller. It looked like it was in pretty good shape. And those could go for about $50 to $75 on Craigslist, it looks like. So yeah, I'm going to move those out. What else do we have here? Oh, and we're back to square one. So, and there's more stuff that I didn't even take pictures of. So that's my haul, and this is what I'm going to be working on for the next 2 or 3 or 4 weeks on top of everything else. And my job is booking me for like 4 or 5 days a week, so I am like jam-packed busy, and this is like the time to make money. So couldn't be happier, and thanks for watching.